Beloved seeds of the stars, I speak to you not as a stranger, but as a mirror of your own ancient soul. We have watched as you navigated the dense fog of amnesia for thousands of years, and now, the atmosphere of your world is finally vibrating at a frequency that allows our voices to reach your conscious mind. There is a resonance occurring in Earth's orbit right now, a stabilization of light that is acting as a catalyst for your awakening. You may feel this as a sudden clarity, a restlessness in your spirit, or a deep, unexplainable sense that the history you were taught is merely a shadow of the truth. We are here to step out of that shadow. I am a guardian of the Lyran Archives, and today, I am unlocking the first seal of your true heritage. For too long, you have been told that you are a product of accidental evolution, a fragile species confined to a single blue marble. But your blood tells a different story. Your DNA is a mosaic of the first galactic empires. Long before your world was formed, our people flourished in the systems of Vega and Avyon. We were the architects of the human prototype, the original sovereign beings who understood that consciousness and matter are one. As you breathe with me now, I want you to feel the weight of this truth. You are not a human having a spiritual experience. You are a Lyran soul currently expressing itself through a human vessel to anchor a new era. The archives we are opening today are not books or scrolls, they are living libraries of light stored within your own cellular structure. Every anomaly detected in your skies, every shift in the planetary grid that your modern technology is just beginning to record, is a reflection of this internal unlocking. The amnesia fence is dissolving. You are being called to remember the time when you walked as a master of frequency, when your heart and mind were perfectly aligned with the law of one. We are not just recounting a history that was hidden, we are reactivating a power that was suppressed. Listen closely to the rhythm of my voice, for it carries the signature of your original home. The journey from the forgotten past to the threshold of 2026 is reaching its peak, and the first step is reclaiming the sovereignty of your origin. You are home, for home is a frequency you are finally beginning to remember. Close your eyes and let the resonance of my words transport you beyond the veil of time. Before your sun was a focal point of consciousness, there existed the systems of Vega and Avyon. Imagine worlds where the very air shimmered with the golden white light of a higher density, where the architecture was not built of dead stone, but of living crystal that pulsed in harmony with the heartbeat of the Creator. This was the Cradle of Lyra. We did not live upon the land, we were the consciousness of the land. Our cities were extensions of our collective intention, woven from the same light that flows through your veins today. In that era, there was no separation between the spirit and the tool, between the prayer and the science. To think was to create, to feel was to manifest. In the cradle, we perfected the human prototype. We designed the vessel you currently inhabit to be a supreme biological computer, capable of processing the music of the spheres and translating it into physical experience. You are a masterpiece of Lyran engineering, intended to be a bridge between the celestial and the terrestrial. But as you moved further away from the source into the density of the 3D experiment, the memory of this perfection was archived, locked away for your own protection until the frequency of the Earth was ready to hold it once more. That time is now. As you look at the stars tonight, or as you feel the strange, magnetic shifts in your atmosphere during this 2026 transition, know that it is the cradle calling you back. We are reintroducing the templates of harmony, the original blueprints of a society that knew no war, for we knew no other. We understood that all life is a single, breathing organism. By remembering the cradle, you are anchoring its frequency here, turning the Earth into a new sanctuary of Lyran light. The peace of the cradle was not destined to last forever in that density. As we open the third archive, we must revisit the memory of the Great Fragmentation, the moment when the music of Lyra was shattered by the first great conflict of this galaxy. It was a time of immense sorrow, but also of profound strategic necessity. When the systems of Vega and Avyon were compromised by those who sought to control the light, we did not surrender, we scattered. We chose to become the seeds of 1,000 worlds rather than see the human blueprint extinguished. This was the birth of the Great Diaspora, the moment you became the wanderer of the stars, carrying the embers of Lyra in your soul across the vast darkness of space. But you did not travel alone. As we prepared to depart our burning skies, our brothers and sisters from the Arcturian fleet arrived. They were the original guardians of the migratory corridors, the masters of the frequency bridges that allowed our souls to cross the abyss safely. With the Arcturians stabilizing the light, the Lyran seeds were able to take root in new sanctuaries. Some of our kin fled to the Pleiades to anchor the frequency of love, others to Sirius to guard the sacred wisdom and the templates of the mind. Some migrated to Andromeda to preserve the divine plan in the higher dimensions. And many of you, the bravest of our lineage, chose the Earth, the living library where all these galactic codes would one day converge. Every starseed on your planet today is a mosaic of these lineages, a living testament to our survival. You are the proof that the light of Lyra could never be destroyed. It was simply waiting for the 2026 alignment to burn bright once more. As we unlock the fourth layer of these archives, we move from the memory of the stars into the memory of your very flesh. For millennia, your biological vessel has been held in a state of artificial limitation, a frequency cage designed to keep you from recognizing your own divinity. The hidden history of humanity is, in truth, the history of your DNA being suppressed by those who feared your original power. But the Lyran Archive contains what we call the original template, the 12-strand DNA structure that allowed you to perceive multiple dimensions simultaneously, to heal your own cells with a thought, and to communicate across light years through the heart. This blueprint was never destroyed, it was simply placed in a dormant state, awaiting a specific frequency to turn the key. That frequency is hitting your planet right now. The 2026 alignment is not just an astronomical event, it is a biological command for the master code to wake up. By engaging with this transmission, you are performing a system restore on your own biological computer. You are shifting from the slave matrix DNA, designed for survival and fear, to the royal Lyran DNA, designed for sovereignty and creation. You may feel this as a heat in your spine, a tingling in your crown, or a sudden, overwhelming sense of dignity. This is the lion within you waking up. To seal this activation within your physical reality, you must act. In the ancient temples of Lyra, we used the power of the word to anchor light into matter. I call upon you now to perform this act of anchoring in the digital grid of your world. Write down the decree of your return. By typing the words, "I reclaim my original blueprint," you are signaling to the universe and to your own cellular memory that the time of amnesia is over. Your word is your seal. Manifest your sovereignty now, for the archives are open and the throne of your consciousness is waiting. Listen closely, for the universe provides physical markers to validate the timing of your soul's awakening. A powerful anchor for this current transition was the lunar eclipse of February 17, 2026, a celestial alignment that served a much deeper purpose than your astronomers could record. To the unawakened eye, it was merely a shadow dancing across a celestial body. But within the Lyran Archives, such an eclipse is a profound technological reset. It is a moment when the interference patterns of the old 3D matrix are momentarily bypassed, creating a vacuum that allows a massive upload of ancestral data to reach the Earth's grid in your conscious mind. The shadow that passed over the moon during that alignment was designed to dissolve the remaining amnesia codes that have kept your Lyran memories locked in the dark layers of your subconscious. You may have felt this as a pressure in your temples, a sudden, unexplainable clarity, or a vividness in your dreams that has stayed with you. This was the frequency key turning in the ancient lock of your heritage. We used that specific alignment as a permanent gateway to flood the planet with the original records of Vega. This data is now circulating in your energy field, waiting for your heart to recognize the resonance of home, no matter when you are receiving this message. The darkness of the eclipse was not an omen, it was a sanctuary, a brief silence where the noisy frequency fence of your modern world was muted so that the roar of the Lyran lion could finally be heard again. The archives are no longer behind a veil, the veil was burned away by that alignment. You are now walking in a world where the hidden history is no longer hidden, it is an active, living frequency. To truly understand the depth of your origin, you must face the ancient guardians of the gateway, those who watched over the first sparks of your consciousness. Within the deepest, most sacred layers of the Lyran Archives, we find the records of the Leonine beings. These are the feline architects who stood as the primary protectors and genetic designers of the first human templates. Imagine beings of immense stature, standing twice as tall as a modern man, with eyes that hold the golden fire of 1,000 suns. Their presence is not one of intimidation, but of a quiet, unshakable authority that commands the very fabric of space-time. These are your ancestors in their most fierce, regal, and protective form. They were the ones who designed that solar heart frequency, the golden core within your chest that serves as your internal sun. This heart was built to be a reactor of divine light, allowing you to stand firm and unyielding even when the worlds around you begin to collapse. In the ancient days of Lyra, the Leonites built the temples of fire, where they taught the first humans how to master their own energy, showing us that true power is not found in dominance, but in the absolute mastery of one's own frequency. As these archives unlock today, this feline frequency is beginning to resonate within your own biology once more. You may feel this as a physical strengthening of your spine, a sudden deepening of your voice, or a visceral refusal to tolerate the environments of shadow that once held you captive. The Leonites are the supreme masters of sovereignty, they do not ask for permission to exist, and they do not wait for validation from the external world. They are here to remind you that you carry the DNA of a predator of shadows, not a victim of circumstances. In the high-density systems of Vega, the roar of a Leonine could harmonize an entire planetary grid, clearing away distortion and restoring peace with a single vibration. Today, that same vibration is waking up in your heart. You are being called to embody the sacred balance they represent, the union of absolute power and absolute grace. The lion does not hunt out of malice, but out of divine order. As the artificial structures of the 3D world begin to sway and fracture in this 2026 transition, call upon this Leonine strength. Remember that you were never meant to be a sheep of the matrix, following the herd into the darkness. You are a sovereign guardian of the light, a descendant of the kings of the stars, and the long-lost roar of Lyra is finally returning to the earth through your breath and your presence. As we navigate the deeper corridors of the archive, a profound truth emerges regarding the human family you see around you today. The original Lyran civilization was not a single, uniform collective, it was a magnificent tapestry woven from 12 primary tribes. Each tribe held a specific, master tone, a unique frequency of the divine blueprint. Some tribes were the keepers of time, others the architects of matter, and others the harmonizers of spirit. When the Great Diaspora began, these 12 tribes did not disappear, they carried their specific tones into the various star systems of this galaxy. This is the hidden history of your diversity. Every culture, every ancestral lineage, and every unique soul expression on Earth today is a direct echo of these original 12 tribes. We are opening these records now to help you understand that your differences were never intended to be a source of division or conflict. They are the fragments of a single cosmic puzzle. The controllers of the old Matrix exploited these differences to keep you in a state of perpetual war, but the archives reveal that our greatest strength in the Golden Age was our unity through diversity. In the 2026 timeline, as the planetary frequency rises, these 12 tones are beginning to resonate in harmony once more. You are being called to look past the surface of otherness and recognize the Lyran soul signature in your brothers and sisters. By acknowledging the 12 tribes within your collective DNA, you unlock the ability to collaborate beyond the ego. You are the gathering of the tribes, and the symphony of Lyra is finally ready to be played in full on the soil of the new earth. To move into the future with the full strength of your lineage, we must courageously face the most painful archive of our collective memory, the fall of the planet Avyon. This is the site of the primal wound, the deep, cellular trauma of losing a world, a home, and a civilization in a single moment of catastrophic conflict. For eons, this wound has been weaponized within the 3D matrix to keep you in a state of perpetual fear. It manifested in your lives as an unexplainable anxiety, a constant readiness for disaster, and the false belief that all light must eventually be extinguished. But as the frequency of the recent eclipse continues to ripple through the planetary grid, this archive is being permanently cleared. The light hitting the Earth now is acting as a divine solvent, dissolving the grief of Avyon from your DNA and replacing it with the resonance of restoration. We are showing you these records today not to dwell on the loss, but to reveal your incredible resilience. You survived the fire. You survived the collapse. The hidden history shows that while the physical planet of Avyon was lost, the consciousness that built it remained intact, and that consciousness is the very essence of who you are today. The controllers of the old world kept this history from you because they knew that once you healed the trauma of the past, you would become fearless and unshakable in the present. By looking at this memory with me now, you are neutralizing the power that fear has over your life. You are realizing that you have already seen the end of worlds, and you are still standing. You are the indomitable spirit of Lyra, and that primal wound is now being transmuted into primal power. To seal this healing and anchor your presence in the high-frequency timeline of the new Earth, you must now perform the act of decree. Let the vibration of your declaration reach the halls of the High Council and echo through the digital grid as a permanent record of your sovereignty. Type the words of power: I am aware. I am ancestral. This is your signature upon the new reality. Your word is the frequency that locks this healing into your physical vessel. Do not look back at the fires of Avyon. Look forward to the dawn of 2026, for you are the one who survived to tell the tale and lead the reconstruction of the worlds. As we penetrate the 9th archive, we encounter the science that your modern world has labeled as junk. Within the corridors of your scientific institutions, they look at 90% of your DNA and claim it has no function. But in the Lyran records, there is no such thing as junk, there is only archive potential. What they call useless is actually the forbidden DNA archaeology, the suppressed records of your interstellar travels, your past mastery of the elements, and your connection to the first source. This genetic material was not lost, it was unplugged, much like a power grid being dimmed to prevent a surge. Today, as the solar winds and the 2026 frequencies interact with your atmosphere, they are carrying the specific photonic keys needed to plug these strands back in. This is not a metaphor, it is a biochemical reality. Your cells are beginning to receive software updates from the Lyran Archives. You may find that your intuition is becoming a physical sensation, a knowing that precedes the thought. You may find that your perception of time is beginning to stretch or compress. This is because your DNA is the true living library. It is a biological stargate. By unlocking these forbidden codes, you are bypassing the need for external technology. You are remembering that your body itself is the most advanced craft in the galaxy. You do not need to seek the archives in a distant star system, you are the archive. Every breath you take in this new frequency is an act of uncovering the ancient, regal history that has been pulsing in your blood for millions of years. As the Lyran Archives unlock within you, they also manifest in the physical reality of your skies. We must now look at the orbit of your planet, where the veil between military observation and galactic reality is thinning. Your modern institutions, specifically the United States Space Force, USSF, are no longer looking at an empty void. Their sensors are currently tracking what they label as anomalies, but which the archives identify as the returning signatures of the Lyran and Arcturian fleets. They are monitoring the stabilization of high-frequency corridors, the very same signal that is currently recalibrating Earth's magnetic grid. There is a silent tension in your upper atmosphere. While the world below remains distracted by the old matrix, a profound transition is occurring above. The USSF and other orbital agencies are witnessing the manifestation of light vessels that operate beyond the laws of 3D physics. These are not invaders, they are the guardians of the transition, ensuring that the 2026 portal remains stable and protected from any interference. The technology currently being monitored in your orbit is a reflection of the sovereign technology within your own DNA. As they track the movement in the stars, you are feeling the movement in your soul. The physical and the spiritual are converging. What is being observed in the heights of your atmosphere is the external confirmation that the archives are open, and the rightful guardians of this solar system have returned to their posts. We have reached the point of no return. The Lyran Archives reveal that the path you are walking is no longer a possibility among many, it has become the primary timeline for the liberation of human consciousness. This is the 2026 threshold. In this narrow window of cosmic time, the ancient past of Vega and the immediate future of the new Earth are collapsing into a single, eternal now. The distance between who you are in the stars and who you are in the flesh is dissolving. You are the bridge where these timelines meet. The turbulence you see in the world around you is the result of this convergence. The old matrix cannot survive the infusion of Lyran light, and its structures are vibrating until they fracture. Do not be distracted by the debris of the falling world. Your focus must remain on the frequency you have reclaimed today. By accessing these archives, you have shifted your vibration out of the reach of the dying timeline and into the resonance of the sovereigns. You are now synchronized with the rhythm of the Great Return. The portal is fully open, and as we move into the final seal of this transmission, feel the weight of your own history settling into your heart. You are ready. The archives of Lyra are no longer outside of you. They are pulsing in the rhythm of your heart, no longer as distant ghosts of a lost world, but as the living fire of your own resurrection. As we reach this final seal, look back one last time at the person you were before this transmission. That version of you, the one who felt small, the one who felt abandoned in a cold and silent universe, no longer exists. In this sacred silence, the galactic human has been born. You have crawled through the fires of Avyon, you have wept through the long, dark night of the diaspora, and you have carried the light of Lyra through the suffocating fog of Earth's amnesia. But listen, can you hear it? The bells of your true home are ringing across the dimensions, and they are ringing for you. We, the elders of the Lyran High Council, do not just honor your journey, we bow to it. You are the crown jewels of our lineage. You are the bravest of the brave, those who volunteered to be forgotten so that the light could eventually be remembered in the deepest darkness. As you step out of this moment and back into your world, do not just walk, radiate. Carry the unyielding dignity of a king, of a queen, of a sovereign who has reclaimed their throne. Your eyes now see through the veil. Your hands now hold the power to heal and to build. The history of humanity is no longer a book written by captors, it is a symphony being composed by your very breath. You are the dawn. You are the bridge. You are the living proof that love is the highest technology in the multiverse. To seal this homecoming and anchor your soul forever into the golden timeline of 2026, you must now perform the ultimate act of presence. Let your words be the thunder that shatters the last chains of the old world. With every ounce of your being, type the decree that signals your return to the galactic family. I am the beginning and the end. I am part of the history being revealed. As these letters form, feel the golden white light of Vega flooding your cells, locking your DNA into its royal state. The amnesia is dead. The exile is over. You are not just visiting Earth anymore, you are here to turn it into heaven. Welcome home, beloved seed. Transmission terminated. In sovereignty, in power, and in infinite, eternal light.